If you're seeing this, it's an encryption from Old Jersey. I'm still alive. Don't let the rumors I spread about my own death fool you. Oh, David? Look, I get it. I'm late, as usual. With everything in life, this wasn't worth waiting for. I promise you it's not worth waiting for. But hey, I'm here, and this is all you get from me, okay? I'm sorry. It took forever, but half of it was because this game's hard as balls, and the other half is because I needed mental recovery time. Two things I forget to mention. Dead to Rights is the game. That's not one of the two. One, you play as a guy named Jack Slate. Doesn't matter. The dog is why we're all here. And B, the guy at the end is the guy from the beginning. Will make sense. I'll tell you their name at the end. I love you. I'll see you in a bit. Okay. Dead to Rights is a ripoff of Max Payne, which, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Max Payne did numbers, my man. But it's so much worse than that. The camera insists on being your worst enemy. It wants to still have that fast-paced lock-on, like True Crime Streets of LA. It has one of the worst fighting mechanics. And it's all around a bad time. The only upside is that there's a dog in this game. Let's get into this crazy story. Dead to Rights takes place in Grant City, which is just code for we needed a city that, isn't New York. You start off just in the tutorial mission, just, a nice little run-of-the-mill reports to shots fired. Tutorial, my guy. You learn how to summon your dog Shadow. You learn how to shoot, how to dive, how to take cover, crouch, and how to play minigames. You kill about 15 construction workers to find your dead dad. Now it's time to get revenge for Dad and drastically reduce the city's population. You make your way to the last strip club in Grant City. Wild that this is the last strip club in the city. The Den of Antiquity. You meet Jake's ex-girlfriend, who also works for Jake's dad. Worked for Jake's dad. Hildy. Allegedly, you're here to sneak around, but, you didn't change out of your uniform. And then you pull the fire alarm. So what was that all about? That was obviously a lie, my guy. Then you fight a whole mess of dudes. Streets of LA have trained me for this moment, but this fighting mechanic fails me. Then you fight this mini-boss, Boris. Apparently you arrested his brother, but, whatever. You defeat him, then you gotta kill a whole bunch of dudes. This will be the theme, my guy. Then his brother shows up, you kill that guy, you steal his keycard, and then you get into the elevator. Here's a little bit of foreshadowing, my guy, that makes this game a real problem, amongst the other problems. They could spawn behind you! Die like a dozen times, and we finally get to the next cutscene, and we're introduced to Dollar Store Christopher Walken. He's playing Blatz. He's kind of important. He makes a run for it, and you chase him down. He runs to the street, and you get slowed down by some goons. Kill him. Hey, you get to summon Shadow. He's a one-hit kill. Oh my god, I love him. And he brings you weapons. Oh, it is so much better than BioShock Infinite. Give me the gun. Also, the fact that in the cutscene that you're chasing Blatz, when you gain control, you're facing the wrong direction and dudes are already firing on you sucks. And it won't be the last time either. Anyways, you kill 85 dudes as you chase down Augie Blatz to a hotel. But guess what? It's a setup, my guy. You find him tied up, and then you get shot in the head. But not, fatally. It's just cosmetically. And, to knock you out. It looks like someone else actually killed your dad. Augie Blatz was an innocent man. The guy that shot you is Patches. We'll kill him later. It doesn't really matter. We're whisked away to 7 months later, with us on death row for the murder of Augie Blatz. He's innocent! And I guess also like the other 100 guys, but that they don't bring that up. And hey, someone is planning to get a little jailbreak going on. You get to wander around the cell block, and you're a cop in the system, so you know, lip sync. Fight for your life. You make your way over to a guy named Wireboy. That's his nickname, I guess. I don't know, legal name. Who then lets you know how to take down the prison's power grid. But in exchange for the battery acid to do so, he wants 25 packs of cigarettes. So I guess we're off to the gym. At the gym, you do some sparring with a boxer, which is just, you know, a fight to learn how to break grapples. Because, you know, you grapple so much in boxing. And then the minigame portion of the game begins. As you make your way out of the gym, some guy offers you some smokes if you beat up Mad Dog in cell block B. You fight more guys along the way. They drop some smokes, which is nice. Also, I guess the COs just let you fight prisoners. Not surprising. Do you notice that like little split-second reset delay on the end of combos? Do you see that? Look closer. Because oh boy, it's there! And once you start a combo, you're stuck in that direction as well. Oh, Namco really got in early on that punishing Souls-like difficulty. Anyway, you beat all the guys in B block, you fight Mad Dog, you get the pack from Timmy, and then we're off to C block to arm wrestle Big Arm Tony. Also, all Anchor Arms Tony don't care. That was messing up dudes left and right, he didn't even notice. Anyways, we repeat B block and C block, and then later on in D block. You clear out C block, then challenge Tony to an arm wrestling match via minigame. You beat him, and then a CO comes over to ask you if you can beat up a dude that stole a picture of his girlfriend. Why he couldn't do it himself? The world may never know. Anyways, it evens out to 25 packs of cigarettes. Again, you fight more dudes, you find the cell that has the picture on the third level, and then another boss shows up. Fighting is such dog water, dude. I hate this. As of right now, only the minigames are good, so I'm ready for those to inevitably fail me as well. Now, finally, with 2.5 cartons of cigarettes to your name, you make your way back to Wireboy, legal name. Get the acid from him, and then you gotta go find Tattoo, also legal name. On your way to the showers, you hear Shadow yelping. I guess Shadow was also sent to the pen for a couple of those murders. It's, you know, the dog-eat-dog world. This guard's name is Sickle. I'm Sickle Cell, I guess. I don't know. Oh, hey. It's just another mini-boss fight of me getting my shit shoved in over and over again. But I did find out that you get a little bit of stamina back if you attempt to grapple, which is nice, I guess. You finally defeat him, and you make your way over to the showers. You run around the showers to separate Tattoo from his 2 immortal guards, just to get to, you know, a little map. Just a map. You watch a wild and weird cutscene where the guard who tried to kill Shadow earlier admits to paying $100 to be the one that gets to flip the switch. You have the Padre sabotage everything, and, you know, in the dark you swap places with Sickle Cell. And then you sneak back to the showers for the epic escape. You make it into the sewers, and you follow the dotted lines. You hear someone get got, and hey, grab that gun. Do it, for real. No more fights. Back to this shitty gunfights, I guess. It sucks that you can take a bullet better than you can take a punch, but hey, you also did get shot in the head, so I guess it was baked into the plot. You get out of the sewers, and then you traverse some underground tunnels. You get ambushed by a bunch of escapees. Where did they get the guns? I don't know, but kill them. Kill them again. Survive a final room ambush, and pick the lock to escape before you get turned into a deer in the headlights, and Shadow, my boy, saves you. You make your way back to the hotel, to the crime scene that's still being investigated, or they've just they hate money apparently, but I don't know. Now we're moving into the whole one-man army storyline, and we gotta go to Chinatown because we're looking for Fat Cho. I believe that's his name. Yeah, it's Fat Cho. You get killed about 1,000,000 times, and then cops try to get you, but then they get got. It's Chinatown, man. You then make your way into an illegal gambling joint. You start to flee as cops show up at the joint, but hey, they get ambushed again. Make your way to the Black Orchid, beat up some hitmen, and get your guns back. Then bully a guy just to get bamboozled yourself. Team up with Eve, who's a vigilante trying to take down Mayhem Inc., which is an assassin guild. Just stay with me, man. You fight your way out together and down the street to end Fat Joe's life. Sorry, Fat Joe. Eve hints at a possible team up, and then you go visit your dad's grave. Hildy shows up and gives us the exposition we've been missing out on. Dad may have gotten killed because he was getting dirt on the mayor, and the GAC squad, look, they just drop it like that, okay? They're part of the police force. I don't know, man. That's all we get, and Hildy's now working as a waitress. Then you guys get shot at by clowns with guns, so it's obviously the GAC squad, but let's see how long the game wants us to, it's an illusion. You escape the graveyard, you call Eve, she lets you know that the mayoral candidate has a hit put out on her by the corrupt mayor. So, you gotta go save him. You steal a helicopter, you mow down a few goons, you find out that they've been planting bombs, and via headset, you help Eve disarm them. As you clear a path to the roof, you watch as Eve gets stabbed. And then you gotta kill the rest of these guys, and I cannot stress this enough. I hate this parking lot area. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Apparently Eve has served her purpose because she's not mourned. And we also kill Patches. That's the guy that killed Eve, and that's the guy that shot you in the head. So, I don't know. We didn't really mourn Eve. We might have been BFFs, might have not been, but I don't know. Maybe she might show up later. Hey, yo, she really don't. As Patches is dying, he gives you another name that may have orchestrated something to do with the murder of Blatz. I don't know. The game has thrown so many names at me. I'm just trying to prove that I didn't kill Blatz. And revenge for Dad. I don't care. We end up going to the hotel that the mayor candidate, Gloria Esper, is set up at. The current mayor, I think, I'm not really sure, has dressed up some GAC goons as mercs to set explosives up here. You get, this is the second time besides the tutorial where you get to control Shadow, and that's it! No more after this, so enjoy it. You get to be Shadow, you sniff out some bombs. At some point, fires are set up, so you have to use fire extinguishers to clear paths. You gotta keep an eye on the temp gauge, or don't, because it doesn't really matter. You make your way to the roof, and you kill a guy that has a flamethrower. Big caveman IQ from these guys, man. They all have close range shotguns in an open area. Keep your distance, strafe, take pot shots at them. The guy with the flamethrower usually kills his own dudes. Great, love it. Save Gloria and send her away as she's throwing herself at you. Disregard her. Also, I guess she was the one that put your dad on the case to find out what was happening to the subway system money. Quick assumption, I'm gonna guess that GAC is actually using that money to buy and sell guns to the PMC of Mayhem Inc. I don't know. It's just a theory. So much crazier. I'm so sorry. You then have her drop you off at the pier so you can kill more dudes for revenge for Dad. Fight your way deeper into this fish cannery. The criminal that we were tailing ends up getting got and pinned to a block of ice by some dude with a crossbow. Here's the thing, right? Armor is the best way to deal with all the damage in this game. Except for this crossbow. I hate this crossbow, I hate that man, but whatever. Kill that dude and hobble your way over to the ore house, which is where Hildy has been working at. They introduce yet another bad guy who apparently was a champion boxer at one point, but you blow your cover. You get knocked out, then we intro another bad guy within the 5 minutes. Jeez. This guy's Fahouk. Apparently this guy's a prince from some other country across the world. Thank you, World Music Cue. That has a hand in every crime in the city. Also, he only has female guards apparently. Hey, new minigame. Hold your breath. Once you're done with that, the guards get called away, and it's my boy, Shadow! You take on a whole third shift of dock workers before you find dudes with guns. Get the gun, do the murder thing, and murder your way out of here. You watch two dudes without guns escorting Hildy away, yell at her without using a gun for some reason, and then clear the docks. Almost get run over and find out what they've been doing. It's gold, baby! Gold! Sneak onto a truck with the gold to find out what they're doing with it. It's an old factory. They're melting it down. They're moving money. So, here's a little, if you got sneaky eyes like I got sneaky eyes, Grant City wasn't the city's original name. It used to be called Glitter City, until the gold ran out. Gotta love the 49ers. Anyways, the mayor takes his boxer head goon and Hildy back to the prison because the tunnels underneath the prison were some of the old gold mining tunnels. Look, it ties up later. It's just right now, that's all you need to know. Also, because of the prison break earlier, the federal government is coming in to check up on the prison, and the mayor really thinks that they're gonna pass inspection. How? I don't know, man, but they're gonna do it. You fight your way through the prison, and you make it to the gas chamber, and you fight the head goon. After a few combos, he starts filling the chamber with gas, but forgets to tighten the straps on his gas mask. So you know what? Hey, that's your fault, not mine. You beat him up, and then you have a conversation with the mayor. Okay! Here's the big reveal of why this game is so crazy. The mayor was supposed to expand the subway system, but instead found a huge deposit of gold. So he shut it down and started moving that gold. Once the mayor found out that your dad was on the case, he tried to shut that down. But he wasn't the one that put the hit out on him. It was actually a cop that was dipping into the gold mining money. He put it out on Mayhem Inc. and with the Gag Squad. Are you with me still? Because we're not done. Because the guy that pointed you at Blatz was the guy that put the hit out on your dad. So, you know, tying up loose ends, and then he was gonna have corporal punishment put you in the forever box. But the mayor wants him removed because he has info on the mayor, so you're just a hired gun at this point, just to clear your name. So we're gonna kill guys to clear our name, right? Okay, so with this, the mayor's willing to team up with you, but you have to get the records of the gold mining operation from the GAC HQ. And now we're deep in enemy territory, and I hate this. I hate it. I hate it here. They don't stop. They never stop. You have to pass an invisible line for them to slow down. They still don't stop, though. You make your way into the evidence room to finally find out that GAC has been the clown's big reveal, I know. You hand off some of this incriminating information to the mayoral candidate to hopefully clean up the streets, but she hits you with the old switcheroo. It's too much for her, but then Hildy blasts her away, and then she takes the info to trade it in for a reward, so you get double betrayed by 2 people in 30 seconds. Then you follow Hildy, who makes it to the I can feel myself going insane. You follow Hildy to an old Navy base, then you fight your way through the military base, through the piers, through an old dam, to catch up to Hildy, the mayor, and Fahook. Fahook goes to pay Hildy with 3 gold bars, but unfortunately, because she's a peasant like us, she doesn't know how to get that exchange into money. So she gets double-crossed by them, and the mayor shoots her in the back. And now we gotta get revenge on the mayor for Hildy, and hopefully soon we'll get revenge on Fahook for Dad, because also Fahook is somehow involved with this because he has a hand in all crime in the city. I guess, apparently, I don't know. I think they introduced Fahook and they're like, yes. Now, I haven't mentioned this at all, but the reason it took me forever to come out with this video is because this game is hard. This game is NES hard. It's cheap. It's cheap to simulate difficulty, my man. At least that's how I see it. Maybe this is actually a stroll in the park, and I've just been real bad at it. But that's only if you're talking about the PS2 and the GameCube version, because the Xbox version is a kick in the dick, alright? Look, boss fights, even the mini boss fights, are painstakingly painful. Because the bosses are a little bit faster to recover, so they can get in combos on you. Or they just decide that your punches do nothing to them whatsoever. And the mayor is the #1 fight where you really see this clearly. So, I treated the boss fights from this point forward with the same respect that the game has been treating me, with none of it. So I bull rushed my way through the rest of this game, and let me tell you, the game still has cheap shots left in it, and it doesn't fucking matter because he slides around like an asshole! Anyways, you finally get revenge for Hildy on the mayor, and you go back into the betrayal office. You grab some explosives, and you make a plan to blow up the hangar. And then you gotta get revenge for yourself on these twins. Blow up the hangar, and you chase Fahook still, who I failed to mention dipped out as you were fighting the mayor and is boarding his plane to go home. Maybe, I think, again, Fahook was just put into this game for reasons. I don't know those reasons. Maybe they were explained, but it's been a while. I'm sorry. Also, hopefully I showed you the crazy cutscene that just happened, and I don't think that people can glide like that, but it's happening. There's still 2 more missions left in this game. Hold on. Be strong for Dead Dad. You'll fight your way through 3 levels of Mile High Club, and you'll fight some of Fahook's lady guards again. Fahook has been drinking adult apple juice this whole time and tries to put the pilot in the forever box while you're 35,000 feet up in the air. And then you have a 30-minute gunfight with him. He's been drinking adult apple juice, and he opens up the back of the plane. You shoot him as he's standing too close to the edge, and you go find the pilot because this whole plane's going down. Turns out the pilot's a lot tougher than he looks, but he's definitely gonna die. He's not seeing the sunrise. You disarm some bombs, and you crash land. This is why we put our phones in airplane mode, Jack! One last mission. Stay with me. I promise you it's almost done. You get picked up by a reporter because that's who you were on the phone with, and you trade the info of everything that you found out just for him to tell everyone that you're dead. Why? I don't know, because you immediately tell people that you're alive by killing a bunch of them. You take on the GAC squad head on in one of the helicopters, and you get disrespected by this electric shield thingy, and you have to lure him into water. And if you're like me, you're real petty, you'll find out if you just ring around the rosy that water fountain, he'll run in every time. Guaranteed. You're gonna like the way you look. You chase him through some hallways. The GAC guys have said, fuck the guns, we're gonna go fisticuffs, and you finally fight him hand to hand, and he has fire on his hands now! Why? Endure long enough, and I promise you, my man, toss him into the furnace a couple of times, and he'll still walk out. Why is this game like this? This is worse than the dragon. You know which dragon I'm talking about. Go back and watch it again, because I really had fun screaming, and you'll finally get your revenge on that last combo. This one's for you, Dad! I love you! I'm not saying that, like, this is a recommended game, but I am saying this. They made 3 more after this one. It took them a while, but they made 3 more. His name is Hennessy, by the way. You kill Hennessy at the end. May I play another? Maybe. Will I? Who's to know? I can tell you this, I definitely beat the 3rd one in about a week. I don't remember what compelled me to do it, but I did it. I did it for Dad. I did it for Dad. I love you. Know that forever. Will I make another video in the near future? Probably not. If you go into the description, will there be another video there to show you my anger at this game or at this world? Who's to know? I love you. Goodbye.